Welcome to Streetwise 2025, kicking off this season to help you stay smart on the roadways here, to make sure that we are in the know and keep in mind of what we need to know. We have Kim Vanatta with us. She's the Assistant Director with the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. It is always great to see you.
It is always great to be here.
I'm just curious to what it's been like since the last time we sat down. So I think our last episode went up December of 2024, or was it January of this year?
Yeah, but it's been a while.
It has been a while. What's been going on since then?
We're working still on the pedestrian fatalities and pedestrian safety. We have the program Crosswalk Talk, which we're doing a lot of just statewide. We're doing that in Memphis, Nashville, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. I got a call on my way here. They want to do it in Franklin. So people are requesting it, and they want to do it in Franklin near the school system. So we're going to be out of school. And that's going to help because lots of kids are walking back and forth, and then the buses are arriving, so people are on the road. So that's a really big safety problem.
And speaking of school's back in session. That's our big focus today, to make sure that these students are safe, that we know what we should do in school zones and around that period of time where kids are going to school, because some are getting to the bus stop, they're taking buses, but some are having to walk to school.
Right, and we have to be careful. I mean, the fatalities are adults and children, but some of these kids are walking to the bus and to school alone. So they're younger, which means motorists need to pay more attention than they usually are, because you're talking about young children who are having difficulty maneuvering and knowing when they can walk across, and maybe not being taught the walking crosswalks. So it's, as adults, parents, we need to make sure our kids know the rules before they get walking to school.
And the Tennessee Highway Safety Office is helping to do that. So that's our big topic today: students, back to school time, fundamentals on staying safe, and then what the law says. Kim's going to have a lot more for us. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
At Bongo Java. Come see us at the Omni Nashville.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back to our kickoff of Streetwise for 2025. Kim Vanatta having all the details for us on what we need to know to stay safe on the roadways. The Assistant Director of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. We're so lucky to have you.
Thank you very much for being here. It gives me an opportunity to get this information out.
Well, first off, what does the law say? So when it comes to, let's start off with crosswalk use in that area.
Okay, as far as the pedestrian goes, the pedestrian needs to walk with the light, with the walk light. They don't walk. If the hand is up, the orange hand, you don't walk. So the other thing motorists need to realize that they need to slow down at the intersections. We have so many people, so many motorists. We're in such a hurry right now that they want to beat that light. You don't need to beat that light. You need to stop, otherwise something's going to happen. And then we have the law of you can turn right on red. The motorist can turn right on red. But the pedestrian also has the right of way to walk at that time. So as far as the laws go, kind of a mixed situation, which means the pedestrian needs to pay attention to the motorist needs to pay attention to the pedestrian, but in a crash, pedestrian's always going to lose. Mm-hmm. So they're the ones that need to pay more attention to the vehicles when they're crossing.
because that vehicle is probably not paying attention to you. Again, we see it all the time.
Right.
People on phones, they're distracted by the radio or something else in the car. And honestly, I sometimes I think I'm not the most important person.
Right.
The other person's important too, and we all think we're the most important, but we're not. So take a minute.
Right.
Stand still for a minute. Take in the sights and sounds that are around you. All right, what about sidewalk use?
Anytime there's a sidewalk, we need to be walking on the sidewalk.
Okay.
And there are some places, I'll be walking in downtown Nashville, and it's crazy. There's a lot of construction going on right now, but the sidewalk will just end. So I'll end up having to go from the sidewalk, and then it doesn't exist. Then I have to go out into the road. And when I do that, I need to walk facing traffic. So if you're walking on a sidewalk, it would probably be better to walk facing traffic if you can, because if you have to get off the road, then you're going to be automatically going the right direction.
What about if you're a cyclist or if you're riding a bicycle?
Cyclists, exactly opposite. You have to with traffic. There's a 3-foot law where the motorists have to stay 3 feet away, and I'm seeing more bike lanes now in Nashville. So they need to use the bike lanes. But again, bicyclists need to pay attention because they're going down just like a pedestrian. You're crossing an intersection, then cars are also turning, so the bikes can be in trouble too. So it's just a matter of everybody paying attention.
Let me throw one more at you. The scooters.
Scooters are considered pedestrians, so we need to make sure we're careful. First of all, I can't ride a scooter sober, so I don't know how these people are riding. And then we see downtown Nashville, they go buy their cowboy boots because they're tourists, and then try to get on a scooter. Maybe they've never ridden before, so we're already at a disadvantage. So they're considered pedestrians. They're on the road. Again, considered a pedestrian, motorists need to watch out for scooters, but scooters need to watch out for motorists. It is such a partnership that we have to realize, and I don't think sometimes we realize. I think sometimes we just think about ourselves. Yeah. I need to get someplace. I really don't care about you, but we need to care about everybody. We're trying to stop fatalities.
100%. Okay, not darting into traffic, and this will come along with kids going to school. What do we need to know about that?
Well, not darting into traffic, which means, again, traffic is trying to beat the stoplight because they think they're going to get to their destination faster, which may be 1 minute faster. So that's not going to help you anyway. So we have to make sure that they're going to the crosswalks, making sure the light is the way it's supposed to be. And when they have the go light, you still need to look for that traffic coming back and forth. And if you can, make eye contact with that motorist and that pedestrian, and the pedestrian needs to wait until absolutely nobody is coming before they cross.
That seems easy to me. Okay, obey the signals, of course. Walk, don't walk. Making eye contact with the drivers as you see them. You do make eye contact. Right. Being visible, especially in the nighttime or dusk hours.
Right, and we're getting ready to go through daylight savings time, so it's going to get darker earlier. So you do need to wear something bright, or at least have some kind of reflective gear or flashlight, which, I mean, we have our phones constantly, and there's a flashlight on the phone. You can even use that. So just make sure you're seen. You never should wear all dark clothing without being seen at night.
So staying alert and being focused when you're walking, and then, of course, walking sober.
Right. Absolutely. That has increased in the past year. And we got that from the national statistics. It's like we kind of work on this problem and get the fatalities going down. And then all of a sudden this year they say, okay, now we have impaired pedestrians. So we have to address the impaired pedestrians. And with football season coming up, all the people are going to these college football games, high school football games. The colleges sell alcohol in the games. So they're going from a game where they have been drinking, and then they're walking to their car. So they may be impaired trying to get to their car in a parking lot where there are cars everywhere. So you may be driving impaired and then you're walking impaired. So that's a really bad mix right there.
Colleges sell alcohol?
Yes.
Is that new?
Football games?
No.
I don't think it's...
University the last time I've been to a college football game.
I think University of Memphis just started, but yes, they sell alcohol.
Okay. Wow. So other fundamentals during that time that we need to know to stay safe.
Okay.
Driving period. So you'll like as we're leaving those games, again, needing to make sure that we have all of our focus on driving, watching out for other people as we're backing up out of parking spaces and maybe trying
Right,
to...
and you're going to like a UT game, the parking lot's just cram packed, and you're trying to get out of there. And then there are people, we just talked about darting in and out of traffic. So you're watching for pedestrians. You may not be sober, you're supposed to be, and then trying to get out of there, maneuvering out of there is difficult even without pedestrians. So we have to pay attention to the pedestrians there as well as the other cars trying to get out of there and home safely.
And I want to say, pack your patience too. Like, make sure that you have your patience. You're not trying to push yourself out. Because again, you know you're with a lot of people. It's going to take time.
Right. And a lot of people have very little patience. They want to get home just like that, and it's not going to happen.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't. They want it to work that way. It doesn't.
We have more to talk about. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Hi, I'm Missy Acosta.
And I'm Stefanie Miller.
We're here with Community Checkup, and we would love for you to join us each month as we dive a little deeper into different organizations and events, happenings around Middle Tennessee.
You can find our Community Checkup episodes through our Main Street Media publications. Just go to the top of the page and click on How to Stream. You'll find Main Street Media TV on Apple, Amazon, and Roku. We'll also make it easy for you. Just download our mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. You'll have all of our episodes right there at your fingertips.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back. Okay, it is football season. You have high school football starting, college football, and of course, the Titans will be at Titan Stadium playing. Are these dangerous areas?
Absolutely. And we are a football state. So we love our football. And then I watched the Titans play a preseason game, and we won. So pretty excited about that. Exactly.
Keep it up.
We won, and we got the first round draft pick. So everybody's excited about the Titans. So
Energy's high.
Absolutely. And then Vanderbilt had a great season last year as well. So we're excited about Vanderbilt. UT, always excited about UT. And then the high school. It's like you said, high school sports, full swing. But we do love our football. So the problems with that, and I keep saying problems, we can fix these problems.
Right.
We're going to these games, you're parking in the parking lot, you're being careful when you come out to the parking lot to go home. College games, pro games, you can get alcohol at the games, so that makes it even worse. You shouldn't be driving or walking impaired, so that's where you need to have a sober driver, sober walker when you're leaving. So you need to plan ahead. If you're going to drink, make sure you're with somebody who is not drinking, or you can call a ride share. Always can call a ride share. So we need to pay attention to that. High school games shouldn't be drinking alcohol at all. They don't serve it there. So in this case, you need to pay attention.
Yeah.
The pedestrians pay attention. The parents are really excited about watching their kids play, and you have high school kids everywhere at these high school games. So again, it's just a matter of everybody paying attention to each other.
What do statistics look like this time of year, this season?
Statistics, pedestrian fatalities go up, and we have the data that shows that, especially in this part of the year, because the daylight savings time gets darker earlier, 6 p.m. is a really big issue because that's when it starts getting darker. Dusk is sometimes more dangerous than nighttime because we do pay attention at nighttime. Sometimes at dusk, you can see, but you can't see perfectly. So you need to pay attention there. So yes, we have a lot more people on the road, a lot more people walking because we're trying to get to these football games.
How are you hitting the football games? Like, how are you getting your information out there? Do you still have things posted at like Titan Stadium,
yeah.
Bridgestone?
When I was watching the Titans play the other night, our commercial showed like 3 or 4 times. And like I said, I work with media, so I'm watching it. And then we work with all of these universities in Tennessee. And Lexington Police Department, which is in West Tennessee, last week he called the police chief in Lexington called and said, do you have anything for our billboard? And so we're putting it, one of our messages on their billboard at their football game because they have a jumbotron. So it's like we can put the message everywhere, and if people want it, we'll give it to them, and they're showing it. And I was really excited about them showing it at the Titans game. So, I mean, I took a picture and sent it to my daughter. I said, look, we're everywhere.
I don't think we've touched on consequences yet. So say we get, as a pedestrian, you're singled out by a cop, they realize you are impaired. What consequences could we face?
Well, with pedestrians, it's going to be a public intoxication versus a DUI versus a driving under the influence. So the public intoxication, they're going to do the breathalyzer test, and that could be an arrest there for the pedestrian. The motorist, they do the standardized field sobriety testing. That motorist, a DUI could cost you financially upwards of $10,000. So that's a lot of money to spend for doing something that you shouldn't be doing. Also, we're talking about Christmas, Thanksgiving. And this is the worst consequence. You could be having dinner with, and you don't have someone there. Maybe your grandmother's not there, your sister's not there because they were hit by a drunk driver. So the consequences, money is an issue, but losing someone is more of an issue.
So much, I say so much to keep in mind. It really isn't. It really is common sense.
Do the right thing.
Doing the right thing.
Yes.
And again, realizing that we're all on a team.
Absolutely.
Okay, when we come back, we're really going to focus in on our little ones, those going back to school. I say little ones, but you have your, the children out there from elementary to high school students, because it's just not the beginning of the year that you need to watch out for. They're about to be in school for the next several months. So this is something that you need to keep in the forefront of your mind throughout the holidays and after the fact, when you're getting a little relaxed. Kids are still going to school. They're still, school zones are still flashing their lights to slow down. So we're going to focus on all of that when we come back. Stick with us.
Hi, I'm Carmen at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at the Macara Spa.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
He shoots, and he scores!
Welcome back. For our first episode of Streetwise, we are ending with talking about kids going back to school, the school zones, and what we need to watch out for. What would be your best suggestion for us as we get into another school year?
The primary thing for motorists is to slow down. When you come up near a school and you know there are kids around and maybe they're in the car line, so they're trying to get into school, you need to slow down. And we have the flashing lights that say what the speed limit is. So if we'll do what we're supposed to do, then it gives us a better chance of avoiding those kids.
What about school buses? When the buses stop, like when they're going to drop off kids?
This has actually become more personal to me because my grandchildren just started riding the bus. So they're going to be getting on and off the bus. And sometimes cars don't pay attention, motorists don't pay attention. But when that stop sign is out on that bus, you wait until that stop sign goes back in on that bus, because there are kids crossing in front of the bus to get to the other side. You may not see those kids because the bus is so large. So you have to wait until that stop sign is gone and the bus moves on. And that's if you're behind the bus. If you're on the other side, it doesn't matter. If you're in the other lane, the kids are coming across the street. So you have to be careful.
And don't think I can just pass the bus. It stopped. Do not get that into your head.
Not ever.
Because who wants that on their conscience, hitting a child?
And we talked about earlier the darting into traffic. I mean, these are kids. Sometimes they don't know better. Or
they're going to make mistakes. I mean, they're going to make mistakes.
We make mistakes as adults.
But
so, yeah, we need to just pay attention to our children. Very important.
What can we, as parents, how can we address this best with our student?
You have to, first of all, from the very beginning, as soon as they can walk and you're on the road, you start talking about those laws and those rules and how you can keep from getting hit. When my kids are with me and we're downtown Nashville, I have their hands very strongly, so I'm not letting them go because I don't trust motorists, and I'm trying to take care of my kids. The whole time I'm telling them what they need to be doing. They are now in elementary school. They know the rules and they're doing it, which I'm so proud of because we've just ingrained that into their heads. So if a ball goes across the street, most kids are just going to dart after that ball. I'll see him and the ball will go across the street and he'll stop and then he'll look both ways and then he'll go get the ball. But if we don't teach them that, they don't know any better. They just want the ball. So there's no reason for them to stop because nobody's told them that there could be motorists going past.
Is this something that maybe educators can reiterate in the classroom as they're heading home before they head home for the day, especially for the younger ones?
Absolutely. I mean, even in the car lines, a lot of parents in that age, they take their kids to school. But when the kids come out to the cars, you have all these cars in the parking lot, and then you have the kids everywhere. So yeah, we can teach them as we're going out, and should be. It should be a I take it as a personal responsibility because I'm trying to take care of my kids, and you want to keep them safe. So anything we can do is going to help.
And again, drivers must remain stopped until the pedestrian has crossed the entire roadway when those students. So you don't need to move until they're on the opposite side or in front of the school building.
And don't assume they're getting up on the sidewalk. Wait for them to get on the sidewalk and then you can go. Again, it's going to take patience. And that's something we have to learn because right now the whole world is in a hurry all the time about everything. And it's like, if you're on the road, I need to get to work because I have this to do and this to do. Well, you need to get to work without hurting yourself or somebody else. So that's why we need to take a break, at least when we're behind the wheel of a car. And then again, people try to talk on the phone and get work done when they're in the car. So we have to slow down. We'll get more done. It'll be done correctly if we'll slow down and do what we're supposed to do.
You know, I want to say it might be easier said than done, but it really is. I mean, just take a breath, you know.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Any final thoughts?
We want to keep people safe. We want to keep that fatality rate going down, the crash rate going down, and that it's going to take everybody to do this.
And we're going to continue to talk about all of us coming together to make sure that we are safe out there. Kim Vanatta coming back in October for our next Streetwise. This just kicks off Streetwise 2025. We're going to head into a full season of making sure that we are all more streetwise. Until next month, we'll see you then.